Good evening. Welcome to the Dare to Finish information session. My name is Tracy Glidden, and I'm the coordinator of student recruitment here at Eastern Florida State College. I'm here to share with you what the Dare to Finish program is all about. A major part of my job at EFSC is to connect prospective and returning students with the programs and resources that we have available to help them successfully begin or return to college. If you're watching this live, please use the chat feature to enter any questions that you have. I will answer them at the end of the presentation. The Dare to Finish program is for a specially selected group of former EFSC students, you. Inactive students who have not attended courses in EFSC in the past 3 semesters, students within 12 credit hours of completing their degree, having 4 or fewer classes remaining, students who have a GPA of 2.0 or higher and no degree on file, and students who have established Florida residency. The concept of Dare to Finish comes from realizing there are many former students who completed the majority of credits needed for their associate's degree but did not graduate. All of you have come so far and proven you can be successful. Now is the time to build on that success for your future. Throughout our state, there are thousands of students just like you who are so close to finishing their degrees. Last year, Governor DeSantis decided that he was going to challenge all Florida state colleges to encourage former students to finish with the Last Mile Completion Program. All 28 state institutions in the Florida college system are participating in similar programs to invite former students to return and finish their degrees. There are many different reasons to stop attending. Major life changes, more demanding work schedules, financial issues, or that one impossible subject that you just couldn't seem to master. Whatever your reason for stopping, we've reached out to you to help connect you with the resources to return to EFSC. Eastern Florida has experienced a great deal of changes over the past several years, including new facilities, degree specializations, online courses, affordable tuition and scholarships, and academic success resources to help our returning Titans make it to the finish line, graduation. We just celebrated over 2,000 candidates for graduation today in a virtual ceremony. That was really exciting, and students got to come by the King Center and pick up their diploma covers. There was a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement, and we want you guys to get there too. When it comes to affordability, you can see here that our estimated tuition is $4,620 for the first 2 years, which is an AA or AS degree, and $6,340 to go on for completion of a bachelor's degree here at EFSC. As you can see, we are well below the cost of public and private universities. A few months ago, I had the opportunity to interview Dr. Laura Sidorin, our Associate Vice President of Student Affairs. Her story is a great example of how returning to finish your degree can be life-changing. Let's watch. Now we are joined by Dr. Laura Sidorin, our Associate Vice President of Student Affairs. Not only is she administrator of the college, but she's also been in your shoes before. Dr. Sidorin, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Well, very similar to Sarah's story, struggled as a student at first. I am a first-generation college student, so neither of my parents graduated college. In fact, neither of my parents graduated high school, so college wasn't discussed in my household. And so when I found myself at college, I had no idea what to do. I didn't know what classes I was supposed to take. I was lucky to even get into a building. So my first semester didn't go so well. And then my second semester went even worse. So I really struggled. I struggled financially, I struggled academically, and so I just started to give up, and I stopped going to class, and I just didn't think I could do it. And then all of a sudden my phone at home rang, and you have to remember that I graduated in well, long before cell phones.
It wasn't a cell phone.
No cell phones.
It was attached to the wall.
Yes, it was
okay.
rotary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so it was my instructor on the phone. She called me yes, and totally freaked me out. And she said, why aren't you here? And I said, I just got behind on my assignments, and I just don't think college is for me. I'm just giving up. And I'll never forget her. I don't remember her name, but I remember what she said to me on the phone. She said, you can do it. I believe in you. Now get in here and finish this class. And I did. And then I never stopped. And so she was inspirational in having me come back. And so I'm so excited about this program, because I know that there are students either watching this program or who are still out there who don't have the confidence or didn't know that they could finish, or like Sarah, life things just happened and they just have a few courses to go to finish. And so what I want to say to them is, I believe in you, you can do it.
That's great. So you were a student here.
Yes.
And then you came back and you finished
Yes.
when your instructor invited you back. But then what happened next? Like after you finished here?
Then I went off to college to get my bachelor's degree and came back and became a teacher, and then had the bug for learning, and so I went back to UCF and got a degree in school psychology, and that wasn't quite enough, so I went back to school again and I got a doctoral degree in ed leadership, and then I worked at UCF for 10 years. But I always wanted to come back to Eastern Florida, because in my mind, Eastern Florida is where the journey began, and that's where I want the journey to end. Well, not completely end, but the journey, the educational journey. So I want to be able to give back to students, because I feel like my institution gave to me.
Right. Wow, imagine how much different things would have been if that teacher hadn't called you. That one teacher hadn't called you.
I know, right? I wish I could find her.
Yeah.
I would thank her.
I mean, that just shows one person making a huge difference.
And one person can make a difference.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And I didn't understand about all the resources. So we have lots of resources now. I don't know when the last time some of our students have been on campus, but lots of things have happened. We have new buildings, we have new programs, we have new resources. So again, like I was saying, I'm a first generation student. We have a grant funded program named TRIO at Eastern Florida that's designed to support first generation students or students who have financial needs or students with disabilities. So they serve about 235 students per year. So if any of our students qualify, I would highly recommend they seek out that assistance from the TRIO program. We also have, as Sarah, she not only should be a financial planner, she should be an advertiser too, because she did a great job selling our college, didn't she? Yeah,
well,
talking all about
when you experience something like that, it comes out of you like that, like what you're doing with your sharing your story.
Yeah.
So so great point. So the things that we have now, the resources that we have now, the barriers that you experience, the barriers that Sarah experienced, they're common to students all over the state.
Sure.
And so. And a lot of times in the students that we are talking to right now, that are watching this show right now, because we've invited them to come back. So, so first of all, we have the confidence, academic difficulties, confidence, and financial issues. So what resources specifically do we have to connect with those?
Well, like I said, we have the TRIO program, so that's a great program if a student is a first generation student, or a student with financial needs, or a student who has a disability. We also have a Disability Accessibility Services Department that we call SAIL, and so a student who has a documented disability can connect with our SAIL office, and they can talk about some reasonable accommodations that can help kind of level the playing field for students and provide some accommodations. We also have our Tighten to Tighten closet, which is like a food pantry for students who may need some additional food to get them like through the month. And we also have a professional closet, because sometimes students need to go for a job interview, or they're doing an internship and they need just a little bit.
Maybe a blazer or something.
Maybe a nice blazer or something.
Okay.
We also have our academic success centers that Sarah talked about.
So tell me about that. So how's that different from what Sarah experienced when she was here, the learning labs?
Well,
they probably had learning labs when the students who are watching were here.
Sure, and they're still learning labs. We're just rebranding them as academic success centers, trying to give a breathe a little fresh air into them, but they cover math support, writing support. There are other topics that they cover, science. One of our labs has a Spanish tutor. We have professional tutors, and we have peer tutors. Sometimes people feel a little more comfortable when they're being tutored by a peer, or sometimes they feel more comfortable with a professional tutor. Some of our labs are walk-in, some of them are appointment. And then I think you mentioned to Sarah our online tutoring.
Yes.
So that's through smart thinking. And so you don't even have to leave the comfort of your home. You can stay in your pajamas and still get tutoring through our smart thinking. And they have additional topic areas for students who are struggling. You also mentioned confidence. Sometimes we just emotionally don't feel like we're ready, or we don't have the confidence, or we've had some things happen to us that kind of feel a little bit heavy. We also have an EFSC Cares Program, which is our student assistance program. That offers up to 6 free counseling sessions for students who may just need that extra person to talk to and work through some of those situations to boost the confidence and make them feel a little bit better about their choices and where they are.
Right. And we also, Sarah mentioned how the faculty was very supportive for her right now academically. And then, of course, you had the faculty member call you.
Yes.
So it wasn't just academically, but it was also on a personal level for your confidence. So what resources do we have through our faculty and staff that reach out? And how do they get connected with those?
Sure. We have a thing called a student success check, which is a great tool that connects faculty with our student support services folks. So if you're in a classroom and you start to struggle and the faculty member notices that, they'll reach out to you, but then they also send a message through our student success checks that will connect you to the Academic Success Center. So we'll actually reach out to the student and say, hey, your instructor said that maybe you're struggling with math, or maybe I see that you have a few absences, Laura Sidoran. You need to get back in here and finish. So that tool helps our faculty and our student support personnel connect to work together as a team to support our students.
Okay, so a lot of new things in place.
A lot of exciting
since,
things.
Even 3 semesters ago.
Yeah.
Some of these students,
Sure.
Some of these students may go back, as much as 8 years, where a lot of things have changed. But even just in the last 3 semesters, we've been adding more and more resources to help be successful.
Sure, and tools, yeah.
Awesome. So, any other resources that you think you want to share?
Probably a million.
Yeah.
I just can't think of all of them. Your advisor is an important resource and tool. Every student should go in, make an appointment, see their advisor. And the reason that that's so important is because sometimes we think we're on track for a degree and things may have changed. You haven't been here for 8 years, or, so some things might have changed. What you don't want to do is take courses that don't count towards whatever degree you're trying to get, because now you've wasted a little bit of time and money and energy, and we don't want that. We want to get you in, we want to get you the classes you need, and we want you to get graduated and then come back for your bachelor's.
Yeah, like Sarah.
Like Sarah, exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's probably safe to say that if a student has experienced some sort of barrier, whatever it is that's keeping them from coming back, or something that might be standing in their way of becoming successful, that we probably have something in place, or we can connect those students with something to help overcome that barrier.
And another important thing to say, we've got you.
Yeah.
I want them to know we've got you, but you have to have yourself too. So we want you to advocate. We want students to advocate for themselves. So we're human too. So sometimes things don't always go right.
Right.
So if it doesn't go right, we want you to advocate for yourself and see somebody else. If you see me walking around campus, I want you to stop me, say hello. I'd love to meet all the students that are coming back, and just keep trying. But we've got them.
We can connect, but they have to ask the question sometimes too. And sometimes that's the hardest part, is just, what do I even need to do? You can just say, I'm having trouble financially. Okay, well, we'll troubleshoot with the student. We'll say, well, did you try this? Did you apply for some scholarships? Did you, talk to someone in financial aid?
Right.
Did you use the Tighten to Tighten closet? Maybe you need to feed your family this week and you're a little bit short. Those kinds of things. But they first have to tell us maybe what the problem is.
Sure.
We can try to guess, but it's a lot more effective if they can come and tell us, what they're struggling with, and then we can help connect.
And making it an interactive process, like you just said, talking to your advisor and sharing some of those things, they can start to connect the students and help them find the path to the degree that they're looking for.
Right.
Because that might have changed too.
Yeah. And like you said, we're all human at the college too. So, maybe you don't get the right answer or the answer that's helpful to you in one place, then go to another.
Exactly.
Just keep trying, like you were saying, advocating for yourself.
Yes.
Perhaps you go to the wrong department and ask a question, they don't know the answer, ask someone else, or do you know who can help me?
Exactly.
So that you can keep going, because it is, especially Sarah was two classes away from finishing. Imagine if she hadn't seen that and come back,
I know.
And asked that question, how can I do this? And she knew what her problems were. She knew that she needed some help with finances and time management and, being able to take those classes and get the tutoring that she needed. So.
And speaking of time management, one thing I did forget is that we have a lot of skills workshops that we provide at the school. And so time management is one of those skills workshops that students can go and kind of learn some strategies and tools. So. Yep, forgot another resource.
So one more question.
Okay.
What are some reasons why our students should come back and finish their degree?
That they should?
What's a reason that they should come back?
I can't think of any reason they shouldn't.
Perfect.
Yeah, you got to do it.
No reason not to, right?
Dare to finish.
Dare, yeah. All right, wasn't that an inspiring talk there? I love hearing Dr. Sidoran's story. And if you're wondering, who is Sarah? Who is this Sarah person that we keep talking about? When I did the interview with Dr. Sidoran, I also had the opportunity to interview Sarah Leon. And she is a former student who actually got the invitation from us to come back and dare to finish her degree. She did finish her degree. She got her associates, and she's now currently working on her bachelor's degree here. So if you want to see her story, you'll see at the bottom of the screen the easternflorida.edu/go/finish. If you go to that website, you'll be able to see her story. There is a video on that webpage of her story, and it's another inspiring one. She's a student just like you who didn't think that she could finish. She dropped out for reasons, finance reasons, time management reasons, and she got that invitation to come back. She finished, and she's moving on to bigger and better things, and that's really what we want to see our students do. So why did you stop working on your degree? Did life just get in the way? Were you struggling financially or academically? Whatever the barrier was that's in your way, we have a resource to support you here at EFSC. We talked about this, you heard Dr. Sidoran talking about this in the video. Our academic success centers offer free tutoring in those trouble subjects like math and writing. They are available at all 4 campuses, and right now they're providing services online through virtual tutoring. We also have success coaches and academic advisors to encourage you and guide you as you finish. We have other academic and financial supports available, like our TRIO student services and Tighten to Tighten. Those were also talked about in the video with Dr. Sidoran. I did notice a few questions about TRIO on the chat, and I will talk about those at the end, so keep those questions coming. Thank you for adding them in, and we will talk about them in a little bit. Other important resources include SAIL, accessibility services, our career centers, EFSC Cares, counseling services, and our helpful faculty and staff. Visit our website for more information on these resources. You can even learn from other students who have graduated. Check out this video from former grads.
Discipline equals freedom.
Study, study, study.
Study hard.
Do all your homework.
Work hard.
Always do your work.
Study.
Focus, concentrate.
Study hard.
Be focused.
Don't give up.
Keep at it. Keep working hard.
Just keep pushing.
Don't give up.
Be determined. Never give up.
procrastinate.
Do not wait until like 11 o'clock to get your homework done.
Don't procrastinate.
Because if you do, then you're gonna get behind.
Or reach out for help.
Definitely use the Learning Lab.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Be humble and ask for help when you need it.
Go to the Learning Lab.
Tutoring really does help.
Get to know your teachers really well.
Always go to your teachers for support
Get close with your professors.
and appreciate your teachers because they're amazing.
I would suggest getting to know your fellow students.
Have fun, make friends.
Get to know people. Don't be afraid to just, step out of your box. Have fun with it. Follow your dreams.
Maintain the vision. Set goals.
Follow your dreams.
You were selected to participate in this initiative because you've started your degree and have earned your way toward completion, missing the finish line by just a few classes. The invitation to return was just the beginning. Now is the time to pick up where you left off and finish strong. Here's how. Reapply. If you're at your computer, join me at our website and click the apply link. I'm going to do this along with you. So you're going to click on the apply link. If you've not done so since October of 2018, if you've been gone since before October 2018, we have a new system where you need to create a new account. So it's going to look like this. So if you're a new user for this system, you're going to click on Create a New Account. If you have been here or you have created an account before, you'll go ahead and log in here with your email. Make sure you use your personal email. It's very important that you use your own personal email address. It's got to be unique for each student who is applying. So don't use your mom's or your sister's or your best friend's email. And then you're going to get to the application. You're going to go ahead and just fill it out with your information. When you get to the screen that is titled Highest Level of Education, you want to make sure you pay close attention on this screen. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You want to make sure that you check I've earned some college credit, because remember, you guys are almost all the way to the finish line. You've just got a few classes left. I saw someone in the chat that said they only have one class left. And then you're going to, on this one here where it says, have you previously applied as a credit-seeking student? You're going to make sure that you say yes here, and that's going to waive the $30 application fee. So you won't have to pay, as a returning student, you won't have to pay the application fee again. And then here in this part is where you will select that you're interested in earning a degree, and you'll select your program of study here from the drop-down menu. And just note that it is in alphabetical order. It starts with the AA degree and it goes through the AS degrees. So you should see yours on there when you're ready to apply. All right. Make sure that you select your term that you would like to start. For you guys, most likely it's going to be fall. If you're wanting to start in the summer, you are pressing up against some pretty hard deadlines, but you might be able to start in a shorter term. One of the things, though, with coming back after you've been gone for a while, you might not want to take that shorter term class because it is the same amount of content that we normally would teach in a full semester, and it's condensed into a shorter term. So you want to make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to have to struggle. All right, and then you should see this. If you selected yes on the highest education screen, you're going to see this. Congratulations, you qualified for an application fee waiver. The $30 application fee has been waived. And make sure, very important, that you click on Submit Your Application here. All right, so you'll finish filling in all of the required information and click the waiver and submit. All right, it's that easy for you guys to come back. Of course, our contact information is available throughout this, so if you do have any questions, you can reach out to me. Most likely, if you call the number, you'll get me. So once your application is processed, in approximately 3 to 5 business days, you'll receive a welcome letter through the email and postal mail with your student login information. So if you don't remember that pesky B number, you'll get it. You'll also need to submit Florida residency documents and transcripts from any other colleges that you have attended since you were here with us last. So if you left us, you went to another college for a semester or two, make sure you send us those transcripts. Step 2, after you've done the application, you're going to meet with an advising. You're going to set an appointment with your academic advisor. How do you know who your advisor is? We have this handy thing called My GPS. You're going to check your My GPS from the student portal once you've received your welcome letter. My GPS is an easy-to-use web-based program that helps you and your advisor track your progress toward graduation. During your appointment, you'll discuss any changes to your program or degree, confirm your direction, review your individual requirements, and even talk about grade forgiveness options if they apply to you. You can retake a course that you previously earned a D or F in and request to replace it with your new grade after successful completion of the course. This is called grade forgiveness. This is an awesome thing for those of you who maybe struggled academically and there was a class that you took and you just couldn't quite get there. When you come back to take the class, you're going to take it successfully this time because you're going to use all of those academic success coaches and the Academic Success Center and get your tutoring, and you're going to be successful. Your advisor is going to know more about that. And just a side note on that, advisors are all meeting virtually right now. So you're going to meet them either through online chat, a phone call, or through email. So just kind of be patient with that. They're doing an amazing job reaching out to students. So just know that it's going to be a virtual appointment. All right, step 3 is going to be financial aid. Apply for your FAFSA and then apply for our special Dare to Finish scholarship by June 30th, 2020. Somebody asked about scholarships in the chat. Right now, our scholarships are Titan scholarships. Actually, those for the fall will close on the 18th of this month, May 18th. But this special Dare to Finish scholarship, if you received an invitation to this webinar, to this session tonight, most likely you will qualify to apply for the Dare to Finish scholarship. So if you registered to attend for this session, you're going to automatically get a link emailed to you with the Dare to Finish scholarship application. This scholarship could cover up to $1,000 of your returning student tuition. Award notifications for the Dare to Finish scholarship will be sent via email and postal mail during the week of July 13th, 2020. So I say up to $1,000 for the scholarship, and if you remember how much tuition for a 2-year scholarship is, it's in that $4,000 range. So $1,000 can go a long way in helping you finish just those couple of classes that you have left. Step 4, register for fall 2020 classes. Registration is open now, so as soon as you finish steps 1 through 3, you're going to want to select your classes to ensure you get into the ones you need. Classes begin August 17th. You can do this, and we are here to help. At this time, I'm happy to answer any other questions who've come in through the chat. All right, make sure that I got everybody. So there was a question about TRIO. This is one of those programs for first-generation students, and you wanted to know if you were in TRIO before, can you be in it again? You can certainly apply. If you are working on your associate's degree, it's definitely something that you should be able to apply for. They're going to qualify you again based on whatever criteria you have. And so, yes, go ahead and apply for that. Another student in the chat was also talking about being a first-generation student. Yes, you can continue your education through the college. You can apply for TRIO services, but you can also apply for that Dare to Finish scholarship if you are one of the students that was invited to come back, if you just have those couple of classes left and you meet the criteria. What scholarships are there now? In the scholarship, in the Titan scholarship portal, there are lots of scholarships, thousands of scholarships that you can apply for. So definitely, if you're going to apply for those, you want to get on that because you've only got 4 days before the scholarship closes. The Dare to Finish scholarship, like I said, that one is available, and that one we have a later deadline of June 30th for that. So on previously applied to degree, yes. So when Heather, if you previously applied to the degree, and Heather, I'm interested, what is that one class that you need, that you have left, that you haven't finished? I'm wondering if, like me, it might be math, because math is not my subject. So I'd love it if you would throw that into the chat and tell me what class that was that you needed to finish. And anybody else wants to share how many classes they have left. Most likely, and in most cases, it is that one or two classes that you just couldn't quite get. And that's why it's so important to use the academic success centers, the tutoring, the online tutoring. It's as close to meeting one-on-one with a tutor as you possibly can get virtually by keeping that social distancing going. So any other questions? I will give it another few minutes. And first generation college student, one class left. Yeah, Heather, maybe you don't want to tell me it was math. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't math. Maybe it was English. Statistics. Oh my goodness, statistics. That class is, oh yes, I can feel you with that one. That was one I was afraid to take. I was terrified to take that class. I actually is the only one I took face-to-face because I felt like I needed that extra one-on-one with my professor after class, before class, if I could get any extra tutoring. I actually passed that class with an A, and believe me, I am not an ace at math at all. Math makes me want to curl up into a ball in the corner and cry for hours, and maybe I've done that once or twice, I'm not sure. But I went to the tutors at the Melbourne campus, and I love those tutors every time I see them. Linda Wilson is one of them that just was amazing at helping me understand. It's like they unlocked something in my brain that was there all along, but I didn't know it. So don't give up with statistics. That's hilarious. So yeah, go back and meet with those tutors. Do the online virtual tutoring. Definitely do that. Heather, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm just saying. Yeah, definitely. All right, any other questions out there? Oh, 2 math. Carol has 3 classes, 2 math and biology. Ooh, yes, I feel ya. These are definitely the times to come back in. Would business statistics count to my AA? That's a good question for your advisor. Heather, I'm not sure if that would satisfy the requirement or not, but your advisor will definitely know the answer to that question. I just took the regular statistics, the general statistics class that was on the list for the AA program. Biology, math, we also have tutors in those areas as well. So Carol, you can definitely get help with that. We're here to help. We're absolutely here to help. All right. Are there any other questions? I don't see any good ones. First generation, scholarships. All right. If you do have any other questions, definitely reach out. Eastern Florida, recruiting at easternflorida.edu is a great email to contact. If you call that phone number on the screen, 321-433-5548, that is my direct line. I am working remotely like everybody else is, but that number will get me Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I'm happy to help. I'm here to help. You definitely can finish. I want to say, oh, hold on, we've got some more. English and math. Does EFSC offer a bachelor's degree in education? We do not at the time offer a bachelor's degree in education. However, we do have a great connection, our AS in education or our AA with an education as your focus. These degrees will connect to our UCF program. The UCF programs, the Direct Connect, is something that you can do. We don't know if that's something that we'll be offering in the future, but we do have a great partnership with UCF. And UCF actually has the education classes on our Cocoa campus. They do offer them on our Cocoa campus, so you'd still stay local and finish your education program. 5 or 6 for business degree, and okay. So yeah, Heather, if you're working on your AS in business, then the business statistics is a requirement of that, and that should satisfy that requirement. One more. Yes, that's awesome. Can you change the campus? Yeah, absolutely. You could take classes on multiple campuses in the same semester. You can take one online, one at Cocoa. Wherever they're offered, you can take them. You don't have to officially switch campuses because we're all the same college. That's a great question. Yeah, absolutely. If Palm Bay is closer and they offer the class that you need, you should definitely go there. And yeah, I mean, I speak about the Melbourne campus tutors because that's where I took the class and that's where I got the help. But I actually have worked with, in recruiting, I have worked with the tutors on the other campuses as well when I bring tours and open houses to those campuses. And I've heard from other students, they've had just as much success in the Titusville, Cocoa, and Palm Bay learning centers, the tutoring labs, just as much success in those areas as I did with the Melbourne one. So really, the first step is just making yourself go there. Don't be intimidated. Don't think that that they're going to think that that you're not smart enough. They understand that everybody has a different learning style, and just something about having that one-on-one with somebody, they're going to be able to see how you learn, and they're going to be able to help modify the advice that they give you and the help that they give you based on how you learn. And I think that's what made the difference for me. Yeah, the tutoring is all online, but they are available. You just go to the tutoring page, and actually maybe I can find that and show you what that looks like as well, because that is a great resource. And I think you guys especially are going to need that as returning students, because you certainly don't want to come back and then get yourself overwhelmed again. So let me find that so I can show you what it looks like, because it's a great resource. And our library services are all online. They do have the librarians available to help you if you're working on doing some research. Virtual tutoring hours, here it is. All right. So if we can show the screen here, I just typed virtual tutoring in the search engine and I got to this right here. And so you can choose a subject. So let's go ahead and look at this for my friend in statistics here. And you're going to use Microsoft Teams. So if you already have Microsoft downloaded on your computer, you can use that. Otherwise, you can download the Windows app. This is actually a great tool to use. We use it within my office now. We all have our meetings this way. And it kind of looks like, I might be dating myself a little bit here, but it kind of looks like the Brady Bunch on the screen, where you can see everybody and you can talk and you can share your screen. So if you're working on a statistics problem that you're not sure what to do, you can actually share your screen with the tutor. The tutor can look at it and say, okay, oh, you missed this little piece right here. Or what if you look at it this way or flip these numbers around? They can actually, it's almost like sitting right there across from them, as close to that as you can get without being in person. So you can see, and then here below the different subjects, you can see the step-by-step how to do it. So they make it super easy for you to access a tutor. And this is what it looks like when you have somebody there on the Microsoft Teams with you. All right, and I don't know, did I see biology on there for my friend who's got 2 math and biology? Let's see. Science, biology, yep, there you go. There you go. All right, so any other questions? Heather. Contact for more resources for Dare to Finish. Who do we contact for more resources? For me. You contact me. You call that number, that 321-433-5548. You contact me, or you can send an email to the recruiting. I will get that email as well. You're going to get an email after this session. If you registered to attend this session, then you will get an email automatically that has the link for the Dare to Finish scholarship. And I can talk to you personally about getting connected to those resources, the academic success coaches, the tutoring. I can talk to you directly about those. And so yeah, just reach out to me and I will walk you through that. Heather, you were part of the SGA for a few years. That's great. You could come back and be a part of SGA again. That's they're doing a lot of things virtually as well. So you can get connected with SGA at whatever campus you decide to go to. you're doing the application, don't remember the exact dates you attended EFSC, that's okay, because we know. We have you in our system. So just put your best guess in there, and our admissions department will gladly update that with our information in the record. So you don't have to remember exactly when. Yes, you can just guess. No big deal. No big deal. All right. The dates intended, yes. Yep, you can just guess. All right. Let's make sure I didn't miss any of the questions. All right. So, like I said, like my answer to Sean was, to contact me for more information. You have my phone number, email. I'm going to be sending that out. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget, fall registration is open now, and classes begin August 17th. We are excited to help you finish at EFSC. We'll see you on campus soon, I hope. Good night.